pay attention to the Imam. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد فإن أصدق الكلام كلام الله تعالى وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار أعاذنا الله وإياكم من النار. Please come closer. There's a room there. Please don't leave any gaps, please. Brothers are gonna come. It's kind of tight. You might get full, so please get close to each other. My brothers and sisters, the Prophet ﷺ said about the month of Ramadan, at the first 10 days, is a rahmah and the mercy from Him. And the second 10 days is forgiveness. And the third 10 days is atqun min an-nar, to free yourselves from hellfire. We ask Allah to free us from hellfire. Amen. Brothers and sisters, in our deen, there is something called the title of the happiness. The ulama have distinguished this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, which is a dua. The Prophet ﷺ used to say, and to supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahumma ja'alni mimman idha u'tiya radi wa idha bituliya sabar wa idha adhnaba astaghfar. The Prophet ﷺ used to say dua as follows: Oh Allah, make me from those who you have bestowed your blessings upon and they are pleased with it. O Allah, وَإِذَا بِتُلِي, and if you test me, give me patience. And if the servant of Allah is being tested, he must be patient. And the third one, وَإِذَا أَذْنَبَ اسْتَغْفَرْ, and if I commit a sin, always say istighfar and seek your forgiveness. And this is coming from our Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whom Allah has forgave all his sins. The first one that he started with, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, إِذَا أُعْطِيَ رَضِي, if Allah has bestowed a blessing or a ni'mah upon you, are you pleased with it? Meaning, are you thankful to Allah? Are you grateful to Allah? And again, not just by your tongue, however, is by your action and deeds. The ulama have said that the one who does the deeds, however, without knowledge, he might be following the bid'ah because it's without knowledge. However, the one who has knowledge and he does not do the deeds, and does not act upon his knowledge, that the Prophet ﷺ hadith explained it, and he says these are the first 3 types of people who will taste hellfire, who seek refuge to Allah from hellfire. So when we learn in our deen certain types of knowledge, we must apply, brothers and sisters. And that is the biggest ni'mah in our deen, to know and understand your deen. It is a blessing. My dear brothers and sisters, think about this for a minute. How many blessings Allah has bestowed upon humanity since He created Adam alayhi salam? How many blessings? How many ni'am? Allah says in the Quran, وَإِن تُعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you count the blessings of Allah, they are limitless. You will not be able to count them. You will never be able to count the ni'mah of Allah. If there is room, come inside, don't pray outside. We must fill the masjid first. First one, brothers and sisters, if Allah has given you or bestowed the ni'mah upon you, you must be thankful and grateful. Otherwise, you will be considered from the one that the ulama have described as kufrun ni'mah. The kufr of the blessing of Allah. And what I believe is one of the best ni'am that Allah has bestowed upon us is that He made us alive in this Ramadan. And He kept us breathing in the month of Ramadan. It is the best month, the most beloved month to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is this month of Ramadan. This is where we show the ni'mah that Allah has bestowed upon us. And not just Ramadan, so we won't be called the worshippers of Ramadan. However, on a daily basis, but in this month is more. The masjid wouldn't be full at this time in the month if it's not Ramadan. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us and to fulfill our hearts with iman and taqwa. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us from hellfire. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us as the way of our pious predecessors, the Salaf al-Salih. Ameen. There are people who don't have the blessing of the vision. There are people who don't have the blessing of hearing. There are people who don't have the blessing of the aql, the mind. There are people who don't have the blessing of feet, so they will walk and drive to the masjid. There are people who don't have cars, maybe bicycles, so they can drive to the masjid with the AC on. However, they walk or take buses and cabs. There are people who don't have the blessings of getting together like this and remember Allah, and they won't be able to make it here today at this time. So be thankful for what Allah has given you and show it to Him in your daily actions and a'mal. How many times Allah in the Quran have said, and we notice and read it every day, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Those who believe. However, after they believe, what they do the righteous deeds. So Allah combined the two, the iman with the amal. The faith with the a'mal as-salihah, with the pious deeds and the righteous deeds. The second one that the Prophet ﷺ said, وَإِذَا بِتُلِيَ صَبَرٍ. And if Allah has tested him, he will be patient, and this is the month of patience. How many of us, he can fight against his desire at the time of the anger? Prophet ﷺ saying in authentic hadith that the person who is truly strong is not the person who is physically strong, however, the one who controls himself during time of anger. That's the person who is strong. So do we control ourselves during the time while we're fasting without saying something that will harm us, not just in this life but the hereafter? When Mouad ibn Jabal asked the Prophet ﷺ concerning the hadith that I explained last week, however I didn't have time to finish it. When I asked him about the best thing in Islam, and he told him the 5 pillars. Then to worship Allah, then the birr al-walidayn, and then the jihad, struggle in the sake of Allah. Then at the last he said, "Oh Mouad, why don't I tell you what is on top of all that? What is the top thing in our deen that most Muslims maybe don't know?" The Prophet ﷺ, he held his tongue And he said, كُفَّ عَلَيْكَ هَذَا. Meaning, watch your tongue and watch what you say and be careful what you say. Using this tongue, because this tongue can drag you to hellfire. The Mouad was surprised. Oh, Rasulullah, Allah will judge us for what we say in the day of judgment. He said, كَفِرَكَ أُمُّكَ يَا Mouad. First thing that drags people to hellfire is their tongues. Is their tongues, what they say. So brothers and sisters, this is a test. It is also a blessing and ni'mah from Allah that He gave you your tongue to use it for the good. Another Sahabi asked, Oh Rasulullah, what is the best thing in Islam? He said, لَا زَالُ لِسَانُكَ رَطْبًا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ. Your tongue is still soft, remembering Allah. How many of us remember Allah on a daily basis? Allah says in the Quran, اذكروا الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون. They remember Allah, قعودا, sitting down, وقياما, standing up, وعلى جنوبهم, and on their sides, ويتفكرون, and they think of the creation of Allah. Then the Prophet told Bilal, ويل لمن قرأها ولم يتفكر فيها, concerning this ayah, the last verse of Surah Al-Imran. Nay, to whom he recites it, and he didn't think of it mindfully. Do we recite the Quran and don't truly concentrate what Allah is telling us? What is He commanding us to do in this life and warning us against hellfire and what's coming next? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, قُلْ هُوَ الَّذِي أَنشَأَكُمْ وَجَعَلَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ قَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ. He is the one who created you. وَجَعَلَ لَكُمْ, and He has made or created you with hearing, وَالْأَبْصَارَ, with eyes and sight and vision, وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ, and hearts. At the end He said, قَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ, or قَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ. Very few of you are thankful. Do we know what Allah is saying here, brothers and sisters? He has created you with all these blessings and bestow upon you all these blessings. How much would you pay for someone to take away your eyes? How much? $1 billion? $3 billion? No one can. These are the most beautiful thing Allah has given us. We use them and we see what Allah has created. Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, rahimahullah, he used to say, this is the best type of ibadah. And he used to climb the mountain, may Allah be pleased with, late at night. And he sat down on top of the hill and he remembered the creation of Allah. Subhanallah, who has created the stars. Subhanallah, who has created the moon. Subhanallah, who has created all these trees. Vision, hearing, qulub and af'idah, and hearts. Do we fix our hearts and treat our hearts with the remembrance of Allah? But brothers and sisters, not just in this month, but on a daily basis. On a daily basis, some of the brother Muslims, may Allah guide them, they glorify this month too much. It's like this is the only month where we come to the masjid and we worship Allah. What about the other days and the entire days are Allah's days? قُلْ هُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَكُمْ. He's the one who created you. And He has created you with vision, with eyes, with hearing, with hearts. What if you don't have any feelings in your heart? How would you be feeling? That itself is humongous. It's a humongous type of blessing. We feel for each other as Muslims. We love each other as Muslims. Doesn't matter where you come from. Look how many colors around you here. You're sitting next to each other, knee to knee. And different races. And different colors. What brought us here together? That itself is a blessing. La ilaha illallah. The tawheed what brought us here together. And what will separate us? The shirk will sacrifice Allah from that. Will separate us. And the bid'ah also will separate us. I swear by Allah, if my father himself was upon the bid'ah, I will never say salamu alaikum to him. Because this is our deen.